What is going on, geeks? UniteTheClans here, back in your life from the Ark Building Evolved server. It's been a while since we did a real episode here. Mostly live streams since, which has been great, but this is my Building Evolved series, and this is how we do creative building. So, of late, we have been working on this harbor town, and I'm wondering if people are starting to get bored of this. You can only do so many things in the same area. I don't know. But we've been trying to create a really immersive harbor port city, whatever you want to call it. And for this series, I spawn in whatever I need. Dinos, materials, as you can see. It's a little we got seagulls of all sorts and varieties hovering in the air, drifting around, and I just made one of these. See these little duck fellas? I just put this guy on wander. How cute is that? That's so awesome. I love it. He's just doing his thing. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Good guy. So this is the series, guys, and I hopped on today, and I've been catching up on some videos, watching some of my friends' videos, and I was just building, and I realized, holy crap, I've been running around here for like 2 hours, and I have accomplished nothing. It's about time to start recording, and about time to bring you in, and about time to do something with you. I still don't know what, but this is the town. I think we're calling it Cole Harbor. But that's the name of a town in Canada. But I like it. And it's a tribute to one of my most supportive patrons. And big shout out to another one of my patrons, Jensen. When I logged on today, there have been some changes to Structures Plus. When you guys look around this place, you'll realize it's not entirely vanilla. We got some things going on. All kinds of, with Structures Plus, you can really intersect weird things. You're able to turn ramps into stairs. You're able to do a lot of cool things. And when I logged on today, there have been some changes to Structures Plus, and I couldn't do what I was expecting to. And I would have been borked. I would not have had a way to record an episode with you guys today if it wasn't for Jensen. He hooked me up, helped me out, and I managed to edit the game settings and everything like that. One thing I get people asking about, no matter when I record on this server, is how do you carry so much weight? Take a look. It's insane. I've got the modifier, the multiplier turned way up. I think it's like 7 times what it's supposed to be. So every time you level up, you just get a lot more. And that's it. And then this server's filled with some builder-friendly mods. Right now it's Structures Plus. I got some eco mods on here so we could add in some trees if we need to. And then soon I'm adding in advanced drafts, because advanced drafts comes with these like pre-made ships where it looks like a beautiful old galleon with sails and masts and ropes, and I want a couple of those out here. So, what do we work on today? I think I'm going to figure that out after I take a little break, because I still don't know. When we live streamed last, we began working on this canal. I could do that today. It would be a lot of off-camera stuff, though, because it's pretty time-consuming, but you can see the city coming together here, and frame's actually doing okay. I'm happy. I've been tweaking settings, trying to get the frames. I'm going to have to buy a new video card soon, and I know it. But we've just got buildings on top of buildings on top of buildings with these cool little hidden staircases and nooks and crannies to the city. And when we started working on the canal, we started putting in like cool walls and ladders and staircases and things like that. So we wind up and we started working on this. A big plateau upon which to expand the city. Now, the way it stands now, the wall that I've built is pretty plain. It's just stone. But I'll deck it out, and I want to extend this further back so we have a big plaza. And I guess I'm going to have to go ahead and get rid of a bunch of this stuff that's sticking through. The other thing, since the beginning, I've been working on a way to, like... The idea is that I'm rambling already. I'm accomplishing nothing. The idea was that it's a port city, and I try and get into the idea of who would live here, and if they lived here, how would things work for them in their world. And so this is supposed to be like the small docks area. I'm going to see. I don't know my way around my own builds. I'm going to see if I can find my way down to out there. I'm sure I can. Will you open? You will. Okay, we got a little campfire backyard thing up here. Can I get up? Okay, so in my head, this is sort of like the small old port. And as we expand out that way towards the blue tower, we're going to add in some big, like, more commercial wharfs. So in my mind, what happens here is the small ships come in and unload. And because it's the old part of town, it's all narrow passageways and things. So getting the goods from here up to the main city is a bit of a challenge. So the idea was Calicotheriums. You see that guy back there? The idea was like maybe they come down and they unload the ships with that cool throwing motion that they have, that tossing motion. You know what I should just do? Let's get up here because I wanted to get up to this Calico. Yeah, that's right. So the idea is this is the warehouse. So you can open these doors. Whoops. Or can you? There you go. And then the loading and unloading happens through here. Or over here. This is more like it. So that's a big dock. You come in, the Calicos, maybe they work. They work together. We load things and unload. Like, they do this, right? Wait, how do I get on him? Stand up. They do this, right? This thing. So in my head, I'm picturing that's how you unload the ships. And then this thing is agile enough that it can navigate some of these narrow corridors. And I started working on this a while back. A staircase that would take us up, and we'd be able to connect with the rest of the city. Okay, let's do that. I already got one up here. And so I did a bit of this. This is a bit of what I was derping around watching some SW Chris and Alexis Arcade, Aaron Longstaff videos, catching up on good stuff. And so now we've connected this. We've connected the old town with the newer, with the upscale. This is the slums, really. This is like the poorer people are going to live right down here. It's going to smell like old fish and garbage and stuff. And then up here, built around this epic redwood, thanks to Structures Plus, we build right into it. We're going to have a big city area, and we're going to be expanding. Here, put this away. Actually, don't put this away. Can I grapple to there? Is that too far? Oh, no. Yes, it is. Grapple me. There we go. The idea is that in time, we're able to move up this way, and the canal is going to be our path. The canal is going to guide us up this way towards this big arch, which might be a big city entrance, and then I don't know what we're going to do up here. I got too many ideas. So here's the thing, guys. I've already done a very solid ramble to start this video and accomplished nothing. So what I think I want to do is some canal work, and I'll take some inspiration from my favorite building series, which isn't an Ark building series. It's a Minecraft one, Building with BOO. I'm going to go away from camera. I'm going to do some work. Oh, am I hungry? I am hungry. Or thirsty? Whatever. I'm going to do some work away from camera. I'm going to do some building. I'm going to maybe start making this side look more like that side, and I'm going to come back to you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this series. I hope you enjoy my rambles. It's my favorite one to record because I get to build whatever I feel like building. And the style that I've done it in, I just sort of talk to you guys. I don't show you step by step like the tutorials we did the other day, the new log cabin 3. I just build. And instead of giving you okay, I'm still rambling. Instead of giving you, here's exactly how to build something, the idea for this place is inspiration. Together, we will become better builders, and hopefully with what I do here, I give you guys some ideas to take to your worlds, where you can inspire your tribe mates with your builds. So let me do that. Let me go away. Let me get something impressive done, hopefully, and I'm going to come back to you guys. What are you, little compy? Get lost, you idiot. And I'm going to come back to you guys. Let's take a break. BRB. Well, what do you think, guys? I did some work. Like I said I would. I took some time off camera, and we put in a little work. Trying to look at it from some different angles and get a feel for it. It is far from done. Neither side is done. Even building in creative, this is time consuming. I can't imagine the hours required to gather this much stone if you had to do this in survival. That's why I love this series. And I got a little distracted. I started thinking, like I said, about this city and how it's going to work. And one thing that has been pretty consistent since we started is the type of creatures I've brought into the city are all birds and mammals. There aren't any real dinosaurs. And once I start looking at the theme of a city, you've got those calicotheriums, the megatheriums, along with the seabirds. I thought the parasaur feels at home. He's got a similar build to a calico, which is clearly related to the megatherium, and I'm trying to keep things a little thematic. Like, you never know, we might move into a city where there's, a totally different variety of fauna, but for here, I'm getting a feel for this, and so I started thinking, we're gonna have big docks off the way that this parasaur is looking, and those are gonna be like the big ships delivering large amounts of goods, and when they come in, can I do this? Beautiful. And when they come in, I'm thinking that this side of the canal, it's gonna be a big, wide road. Something wide enough for a couple of these, one go in each direction as you move up the city. Now, the back side of this canal doesn't look so hot at the moment, and let me know what you think of the sort of the thing I built on the back. I'm thinking he's a truck. He's their version of a truck. Now, I thought I gave myself a way to get into the actual canal here. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah. Nope. Yep. Yeah. Perfect. Because I figure walking through it this way... Oops. What a good design, UTC. What a great design. Look at how good a centering job I did. Alright, so we'll go third person. Obviously, this guy's a work in progress, a little test. But what I wanted to do with you guys is to wander up this canal. Because I mentioned it's going to be a key feature of our city. That over the course of some episodes and some live streams, we've already built this much. With what? 2 episodes, 3 live streams? If we could do 100 episodes here, I would be amazed at what we would create. So I've had some ideas in my head about what sort of, you know what, let's leave this idiot here. He's driving me nuts, and he is not helping the situation in the least. Let me down. Thank you. And we'll walk up the canal ourselves. So this is the point that I got to, just trying to make it look good from the bridge so you guys could start to get a feel for it and start to get some ideas and imaginations brewing in your world. And I mean, that's it. We're doing this together, right, guys? It's a let's play. And it's not just my ideas. I've taken so many brilliant suggestions from you guys. You're always helpful. So I'd love to know what you're thinking about this. But can I get up here? Yes. Okay. So I basically sort of made it look kind of pretty up until where we left that big Kevin-looking doofus. And then I carried it on up here just to get a feel. And the truth is, hello rain, the center never ceases to rain. The truth is that whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I had been making some ideas and some assumptions about what we could eventually do with this space if we were to expand this far, but I have not really been up here. And as I expanded, as I started taking these walls on the sides of these rivers up, I realized we're leading to a waterfall. Could this really even be an entrance exit to the city? Or are we walking into like a box canyon type shape? So what I want to do, actually, you know what? Let's make it genius. Let's use our brains right here. That's the kind of genius I'm talking about. I waited out the rain, and now we have a horse. So I wanted to ride up here and see exactly what we were dealing with. Just so that we can continue to make some plans and assumptions about where things will go. Is this a dead end? It is not. Okay. Interesting. Cool. So it does lead out this way. And it opens up into more redwoods, and you certainly do have this waterfall, but I don't even know. I don't think you'd even have to build that far. So it is realistic to build up to this arch and make a natural gate. Because if you did have a city here and you had enemies inland, I mean, that's how you defend, right? This is how you would protect yourself. You would build into these natural rock formations. So in time, potentially, you'd have some epic gates here. And to be honest, well, not to be honest, I was going to say we're not that far away from that point because look how far we already are. I've only done some crappy foundations. We got a long way before we're actually working our way up here. But when it comes to a change of pace, I mentioned in the first chunk of the video, you can only do so much of the same style before people get bored. So if a harbor town is something that you guys, I know the videos have done well so far, the first couple, and the streams have been great, but if and when we're ready for a little change of pace, I feel like we could do it inside this city. Like, this area here off to our left, we have a ton of room to expand that. And this area over here, what I had in mind was more fishing, shipping, docks, piers, and wharfs. So that's more of the same. But if and when we're ready for a change of pace, I mean, take a look at that town. We need big buildings to follow up those Tudor-style ones off to the right. And we need to build up onto that big plateau, the big wall of stone you see behind that adobe roof. I think we have the opportunity to stay here in this little coal harbor town and potentially stop pooping. And potentially we could do a lot here. I don't know. And then, I mean, we could expand the city out and around that shoreline too. There's nothing but time for us. So I gotta figure out, yeah. So usually these videos, at least for me, they turn out to be about 7 to 10 minute chunks. So in the first one, I rambled. In the second one, obviously, right now, I'm showing you the beginnings of this canal. I guess I keep working on it, or is that too boring? It feels a little boring right now. So, what could I do? So, I'm just wandering, and I'm looking for inspiration and ideas, because canal building, it doesn't have to be just one side of the river. I could find something to do over here, but I don't know. I feel like it's just, I think I might just have to do more work. I might just have to keep putting some time in here. And yeah, that's the answer. Okay, so I'm going to do, as boring as it is, I'm going to continue to work on this canal. Maybe make... Because we've done work up until around this point. Up until around this point, this side is somewhat polished. So why don't I line up with this big old tree? I'll pick a spot and I'll try and build up that side a little more. Okay, I have once again rambled way too long, guys. I'm gonna take a break. If you haven't done it yet, this is way too late in the video to remind you, but click the like button. Most people have stopped watching at the 18-20 minute mark, wherever the hell we are. So click the like button. I love you guys so much. Let me go do some more building, and we'll come back with a final segment where I show off what I've accomplished, if I accomplish something. All right, be back in your life in just a minute. All right, and welcome back, guys. Where are we? I have been doing work. Once again, I have headed over to the far side, and I tried to do a little work. So before we get to it, before we wander around here, that's the tower I was working on. Before we do that, I want to try out something new. I'm recording this on Friday night, and it's the last night of June. And tomorrow, I think July 1st, I think that's the day, Ark comes out officially. And when it does, they did a ton of finalizations. They added the last patch notes, the patch notes for 260, insane. So much stuff in there. I hope it works. We're already on 260.1, so they pushed it. I had a Pelagornis, and I had him just hovering. I wondered how long he'd stay like that. Oh, I found him. Did I park him, or did he land? He might have landed. Okay, so we're going to grab this guy, and we are going to try out... Didn't you have a saddle before? Okay. Oh, here it is. Yes, I guess I did this. Okay, so we have a saddle. I am also going to get a fishing rod and some bait, and you can fish on the back of a Pelagornis. Okay, one sec. All right, so here we go. Let's give this a try. So you can't even pull a fishing rod out until you are in a position to fish, if I'm correct. I have put leech blood on it. Whoa, that's not right. Okay, let's try this again. And if I go to my inventory, can I use this? I can. Okay. So I have not fished a whole lot in this game. In fact, I'm not even sure I know how it works. Okay, that's how you reel in. Oh, nice toss. And I can't... Can I move? I can move. What does that do to the bait? I think it wrecks it. Okay, so once you move, is that messing it up? Oh, that's a good cast. Okay, let's see what happens. Or do you have to be near fish? Let's go find some fish. How does this work? Yes? No? Well, we're catching something. Come on. Wrong bait? Maybe I need the other bait. Maybe I need... Is it tree sap? Okay, we gotta go. I don't want to catch a megalodon. Okay. Screw off. I think the Pelagornis is perfect for like fishing a little lake or a pond. It's driving me nuts trying to fish out here with all the like mantas and sharks, and the fish are actually hard to find. I had to go a little far away from base and I could not track down anything. So I'm headed, excuse me, I'm headed back there right now as it gets dark and as it gets late. And I want to show off some of the stuff we've done now that it's dark. It's rainy again, but we're going to ride it out this time. Let's check this guy's stamina. We're good. Okay, so Pelagornis fishing. Try it some other time. I've given it a try, and it's not for me. Enjoy yourself. But I wanted to do, and apologies, guys. So there's some of you guys watching who are supporters on Patreon. In fact, there are about 90 supporters on Patreon right now. And it's been incredible. It's grown really fast. But when I set up all my goals, I did not have all you guys around. So I need to rework some of them. And one that I have been slacking on is the shoutouts. I haven't done one since June 9th. And it's June 30th as I record this. So getting back on track, and I'll figure out a new, better way to do it. But shoutouts to Christopher, who has been a silent supporter, hasn't really been in touch much since he signed up. And one of the guys on the Patreon server, Troyal. Shout out to both you guys. Thank you for the support. It's really changing things for me and my world. You guys mean a lot to me, so thank you. And on that note, previously in this episode, I had mentioned naming our town. And I think we're almost back at it. It just hasn't rendered in yet. Is that right? I might have to go a little further down the coast. I can't remember where I live. This bird sucks. All right, there we go. I am back, guys. This is, it took me a minute to get back, but this is the town. And previously in this episode, I had teased calling it Cole Harbor. I'm certain of that now. I just got a message from Cole about something he's going through, and I'm not sure if all the other patrons know Cole because he has a different screen name, but I couldn't think of a cool name that involved his screen name, so we'll keep it on the DL. Only the people who know who Cole is will know this place is named after him, but thank you as well to Cole, and I hope things get better, my man. I hope life gets easier. So welcome back, guys. This is the town. We did no work over here, but I did do work in between this episode and the last, and then we tried derping around with we tried derping around with the Pelagornis. No luck. So this is what I've done. Transformed a bit, right? You guys see a tower over there, and I started thinking about it. This bridge is going to have to go. Jendaya, who's one of the patrons, had mentioned it is too small. It doesn't suit it. I wanted to keep it because I really like this part. I really like the way that it all comes together here. But we'll have to figure out how to rework it. I'm picturing a bigger bridge up ahead, but we'll have to do something about this one. Or at least the way that it transitions to here, because I don't like this going down and back up. It's all got to be... We got to level it out a little bit. But this is going to be the road that I talked about. And I think I'm going to leave it like this instead of stairs. We'll see. And once we do some paint, we may change some minds on it. But I just did a little bit of work. I tried to decorate things up a bit. And I thought as we get further up here, we're going to want to be closer. Because right now we just have this wall. At some point you want to be overlooking. You really want to be overlooking the canal, right? So I think I did some work with that in mind. Yeah. Still a mess over here, but we can work it out. I think it was still a work in progress. I got really tired recording last night. Okay, so this segment will once again include a ramble, but look at the progress we made. That's pretty great. It's starting to feel like a canal. It's giving us the framework for some stuff to do down the line. I do have a ramble in mind, guys. I got another personal message today from a guy I've known a very long time. We went to high school together, but he was not my friend growing up. He was my brother's best friend, and he's getting married this summer, so wishing him the best of luck with all that, too. Man, I'm doing a lot of wishing the best of luck. But he's a geek, kind of like us. But, I've known him since he was like a really awkward, chubby little kid. Saw him grow up into a man, like I said, getting married now. One of my favorite of all my brother's friends. And he sent me a message today, and he plays Ark. He plays on PS4 and plays PvP. So it's a totally different world than the way I play it. But he said he was on YouTube today, and my video came up. And it's the first time somebody I know, I think the first time someone I know from real life has stumbled on me accidentally on YouTube, and that's amazing. And he mentioned it was the elevator workshop build, and he said he watched it and he loved it and congratulated me. Said you're doing a good job growing the channel. Congrats! I hope you get to make it your job. All that stuff. And then he said, and all that was cool, and it was kind of fun to have that happen. But he said. He logged on the next day and he said, I don't use YouTube very much. I watch 5 videos a month. So he's not a constant viewer like you or I. But he said after that, he went back on, and guess what? YouTube was trying to show him nonstop UniteTheClans videos. He's like, there's 9 of your videos recommended on my page. And you know what? That is a cool thing. And it takes somebody mentioning it to you for you to take a minute and break it down in your head. But that's how it's happening. For each and every one of you guys, you had that moment when YouTube went, hey, why don't we show you this person's video? You had that moment. Maybe it's this video. Maybe this is the first time, or maybe you've been watching me for 2 years. Who knows? But you had that moment. And then hopefully you either left a like on it or a comment, or you watched for a long time, and that let YouTube know, hey, I'm into this. And their algorithm is the genius part. I mean, it puts things in front of you that you're going to like. And I'm just trying to make things that eventually they're going to show to enough people and enough people are going to like. But then you watched and you got connected, and that's it. I think this week, my last 2 videos are a good example of that, of how it works, because Log Cabin 3 dropped this week, and more people saw it in the first 2 days than anything I've ever done. It's at 6,000, and it's not been out for 2 days yet. It's been out for a day and a bit. And that's it. A video like that gets me in front of new people's eyes, like my friend, like you guys when you first discovered the channel. And hopefully, in my mind, what a series like this does is it builds the connection. We get to just hang out, and that's why I love it. And you guys get to know me better, and you go from just, oh, here's a channel that has a useful tutorial that YouTube thought I would like, to, I love this channel, I enjoy UniteTheClans and what he does, and then you become a fan, and this thing just keeps growing like that. And it took me realizing it. It's it has to show you for the first time, and you have to watch it, and you have to like it, and then maybe YouTube will show you more, and then maybe I'll get a chance to become, like I say, back in your life, become a part of your life, your routine, watching my videos. Anyway, guys, ramble fest of an episode, but this is it. This is you getting to know a bit more about the real me. So, you saw a bit of what I've done. I think there will be more episodes here, more live streams. Speaking of, happy Saturday morning, guys. Go, if you're watching this when it comes out, go enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Go do something amazing. You don't have to watch more of my stuff. If somehow this is your first time, at the end of the video, I'm going to make sure I put up a playlist for this Building Evolved series. We've been at this for a while. We did a mountain island ranch, and I actually named that place Jack's Landing. And Jack was a short-time supporter. Actually, Cole, who I'm naming this place after, has been supporting me at the highest tier on Patreon basically since it started. And I owe him at least naming a place, if not a hell of a lot more. So we started, we had at Jack's Landing, we went on and did a Roman area for a while, and then I lost everything on the server, and we had to start fresh, and we started fresh here in Cole Harbor, building this town, and I'm really happy with it. I like it. So yeah, with all that in mind, guys, I want to hang out with you again soon, tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, right around the same time this video comes out today on Saturday. If you're watching it the day it came out, the next day there will be a live stream on the channel, probably on YouTube, definitely on YouTube. So just come hang out. We've had some awesome Sunday morning live streams. We got to 100 simultaneous viewers not that long ago, and it was great. And I would love to get a big group together and then go crash the stream of one of my friends whose channel is still growing, and I would love to introduce you guys to some of the other YouTubers I know who stream to YouTube. So it would be great to crash one of their streams. So come hang out for Sunday morning, tomorrow morning. We'll do some building. I think it's going to be on the Geeks Ragnarok server, and I love it. Okay, guys. A lot of rambling, a lot of off-camera building, a decent amount of progress for today. I do hope you enjoyed, guys. I love you. This series especially, I love the people who watch it the most, because this is the series I love to make the most. Anyway, but yeah, like I said, Ramble Fest. Love you guys. Thank you. And if you are brand new, if it is your first time watching Building Evolved, here's the playlist. Dive in at any point. When we get to the ranch, we'd build a giant cabin, build a Christmas house, we'd do a big elk barn, we'd do a sheep pasture, and then we went on to a Roman place where I built a villa and a big Roman Equus cavalry fort, and a small Roman house and a big villa with like an atrium custom pond built into it. Or just start here at the harbor town. The video, I started talking, I only get to put the video on your screen for 20 seconds, so it probably hasn't even come up yet based on how much I ramble, because there's probably more than 20 seconds of rambling left. Anyway, you could dive right in here for the harbor town. In fact, I'll put a separate playlist up for that. Alright guys, dig into it. Love you, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode or the next live stream here from Cole Harbor on Ark Building Evolved.